What is up? Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. I am about to unmute my homies here. Here we go. And transition into a whole new situation where we got everybody up here. What's up, y'all? How the heck
Oh,
are you?
I have surgically attached shark teeth to my mouth, and I can no longer
Surgically
talk properly.
attached, surgically attached
Shark,
Tostitos to your lips.
fucking, fucking shark teeth here.
Oh, those are
Yeah,
actually shark teeth.
yeah. These are from these are actual shark teeth from a National Geographic dig kit that my brother's wife gave me for Christmas a little while
Damn,
ago.
how barbaric! This man just like got dead animal teeth in his mouth, like blah.
I'm digging up fossils over here, motherfucker.
The fuck is
Thomas is a
that?
hardcore on.
Yeah, I know. Is that some kind of avant-garde cosplay you're trying to pull off there? What?
I don't know. I was thinking of doing something stupid when the stream started.
Well, you did. You showed up here with me. How the heck are
Yes.
you?
Eh, doing all right. My coffee is half empty right now, so
Well, we're half
that's
full.
well, whatever. Semantics. And
My man
before,
Nanopolis, how are you?
I'm doing all right. My testicles are itchy, but that's about it.
Well, I mean
top of the
that
tire,
comes
fine.
along with developing as a man and
That's very true.
moving on about your life.
I'm finally going through puberty for the first time. It's amazing.
I can tell. I can tell. Your voice has gotten deeper over the past week, and
Yeah,
there's some real progress.
well,
You're
that's
turning
just
to
because of the
Jesus.
screaming. That's just because of the screaming.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, here comes Shorty. Can you hear that? His
Hey,
little nails
special
on the
guest.
hardwood. He's so funny.
Mm,
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, man. It seems like people just don't know how to keep your boy's name out of their mouth. I
hmm.
try to explain to fools, don't start no shit, won't be no shit, and it just doesn't seem to be understood that way.
Hmm.
Seems
They keep
like,
fucking around.
yeah, well, it seems there's a line I wrote in one of my recent songs. It says, "Passion bashing seems to be in fashion. Every time I get a little traction, all I see is foul reactions."
Hmm.
It's like every single time a motherfucker gets ahead in a situation, you're on your head is on the fucking chopping block.
Yeah.
Cuddly Rappy asking if he can jump in as a special guest. We actually talked about this yesterday.
We have.
Just explain. Boobo the Mad Jester messaged me about being a guest on here, and here's the situation we're at. We would like to have guests on here at some point, but we only just started this podcast like 2 weeks ago, and we're still trying to figure some shit out. So we got to work on like our dynamic as a trio first before we think about adding other people in. And
Yeah.
if we do, they have to like gel well with the rest of us. Like ship it into the convo every once in a while, and just having a good flow with everybody here. So just we would like guests, just not right now until we
Right.
get shit figured out.
Well, this is kind of just like freestyling. We're in a cipher session right now. This is 8 Mile. There's no real preparation. We talked about a couple of things, a couple of interesting topics, but it's not like we script anything out. So it's kind of just filling
No,
it
not at all.
out. I've
Yeah.
actually thought about bringing people on in a capacity different than what you would think. I've thought about
Hmm.
bringing people on um, who are haters. Like people who talk shit in the comments, just being like, dude, what are you doing on Monday at 10? Why don't you just live stream with me and I want to hear what you have to say?
The
Hmm.
Monday morning roast session.
Well, it
Let
doesn't
me
even have
at
to
him.
be a roast session. It's just like there's a certain point where you just see people vent in the comments,
Hmm.
and it's like, is but why though? Like,
Yeah.
especially for my videos, I understand if there's something where there's like 1,000 comments on it, and the only people that you're probably going to be talking to are like fans of whatever it is or something. But to
Hmm.
come on our shit, and the only, like, there's a guy who commented yesterday, and I clicked on his comment. You can see that person, everything that they've said
Yeah.
on your videos. it was just all negative. So he's obviously watching enough to have commented a few times. If you're watching that much, why are you only commenting negative things?
Dedicated to hate. It's like that whole Rant Grub subreddit.
Well, I went on the guy's channel and he streams and his shit looks good. It's all professional. Like, he is doing a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
No views on nothing. Like, nothing has any views. And I'm like, dude, that sucks. I would be resentful too, you know? I would gladly help this guy out. It would be a lot easier to do that if he wasn't trying to shit on my situation. Like, you know.
Yeah, just
Why
don't
do you
be a
have to
dick.
be like that? Yeah, just don't be a dick, dude.
Yeah. It's just a jealousy thing, really, in the end. It's like, oh, these people are getting successful off of doing this thing that I presume to be inferior. Then why am I not getting any views for something that I deem superior? It's like,
Yeah. But I agree
mean, when
that
I-
he was doing a good job, you know. No knocking that.
yeah, but it's just like, it's luck of the draw. You can't be mad about it. And, like, if you get lucky, then you get a little bit of an audience. Then the audience decides, are you good enough or not? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still going at 67 subs, so I don't fucking care.
Yeah, well, we're trying to change that situation. Y'all need to subscribe to Thomas's channel. Check out some of his content. If you enjoy what you see here, I mean, Nanopolis, feel free to plug any of your shit at any time. And also, I want that to go for people in the comments, too. If you have, like, some music that you're working on or whatever, you're an artist, feel free to let people know about that. You can do that on our Discord, too. We got a section there for your music, your art, all that kind of stuff. There's nothing, and a shameless self-promotion place for your YouTube videos and things. Like, just feel free to plug your shit and try to get your stuff out there, because at the end of the day, there's room for everyone. What needs to happen more on platforms like YouTube and other video platforms is people like us creating content and making sure we're filling it up instead of large corporations. Because they are.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They're starting to push independent creators out of the fucking way. And all you can do to fight that is support each other. Like, you got to put other actual people who are creating content out there. Because within the next few years, you're going to see, like, corporations are going to be pushing people out like crazy. Or buying up talent. They'll buy up talent, too.
I mean, they're already doing that to a certain extent.
Yeah, I know. It'll just be really noticeable.
Yeah, exactly.
There will be less elbow room for us.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was already noticeable when Will Smith came onto YouTube. And Jack Black.
It's like these people who could literally just upload videos to their own website and generate just as much traction are like, you know what?
And that's the thing, though, man. These are movie stars coming to YouTube. What the fuck business do they have here?
Well, they have just as much business as anybody else. It's just incredible to think that that's gonna always translate to the kind of success that they get when they're propelled by a gigantic corporation. Somebody with the first name Bree. Anyway, yeah, some people definitely do a lot better job generating traction whenever they've got millions of dollars to boost their situation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I didn't
Bruce Lee
know.
Smack.
I didn't know, but I heard somewhere that Taylor Swift's dad bought her first contract. Let me look this up just to validate this.
Sounds more like Miley Cyrus, but yeah, I believe Taylor Swift too,
Sounds like most modern pop stars.
basically.
Daddy, can I have a job in the industry? Yes, honey.
Well, while Chad looks that up, I wanted to also bring up, I've been seeing comments from people in the Discord and on the streams here that they can't really make it to the streams on time, like while they're live, because either they have jobs or they got school going on. So, if you got somebody in the community that can't make it here, I'm going to post in the chat a playlist of the podcast here that I created here of all the weekly stuff that we do. So you guys can check that out and just watch the archives later, so you don't have to miss nothing.
Hell yeah.
All right. So her dad bought a big stake in the record label that signed her.
Ah, there you go.
So yeah. So I mean, dude, what do you do to get against something like that, to compete? It's never the best product that wins out overall. It's the best marketed, always.
Of course.
But yeah, so that's a good job from Thomas. That's exactly what he was doing. He was pitching the fucking podcast. That's great. Now imagine if we had the money to make what he just did happen fucking 100 million times today. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. That kind of huge
Not
push
Jesus
makes.
here, Nino is.
Yeah, he just makes it be.
Look at that Roby motherfucker over there.
He said it, and it was so.
I'm gonna turn this coffee into wine.
Yeah.
Speaking of celebrities, though, Bjorn asked earlier if we could get Johnny Depp as a guest.
Probably fucking not.
Please.
Yeah.
Look, I don't give a fuck, man. Johnny Depp was an actor, dude. You know who I like? Jack Sparrow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who the fuck Johnny Depp is. He could be the biggest douchebag of all time. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I do know that he's really good at representing whatever he needs to on screen. And so is Amber Heard. Now, they have more money than like I will ever see in my fucking lifetime. So I can never put myself in their shoes and undo the burden of having to survive. You know what I'm saying? So this whole situation with this trial and everything has just turned into like, I'm glad it's memes. You know what I'm saying? But there's also a fair amount of hero worship in this situation too. That's just disgusting. Like, man, 100%. Who the fuck knows? Like, if it's a joke, that's good. But people worshiping these people. I've seen a ridiculous amount of stuff about it, and probably one of the funniest thing that I've seen has been the Vanoss death run. The Amber Heard trial, the Gmod death run. Nate showed me that shit, and I was just like, dude, this is when you know something has solidified itself as a total meme. Whenever it's turned into like a Gmod death run video.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
Dude. We should probably get to Gmod at some point.
Yeah. I have Gmod. I just don't know how to work it. I've tried to figure it out. It's a little bit foreign to me, but it's fun. I mean, the only thing that I've successfully been able to do is port Godzilla into the map and watch it just fuck everything up badly. Like, everything starts glitching and freaking out just because there's this tiny map and this gigantic Godzilla in there. And I don't know how to fix it, so it's just like starts bugging out.
Well, I was looking it up too. It's like they said you needed certain games like Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, and Team Fortress 2 and shit like that.
Yeah, like, I've got all that shit.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how to do it. That's the thing. I have the capability to do a lot, like, with my hardware. But my internal hardware, I'm a dum-dum. Stupid pants. Yeah. And I don't know how to fucking work this shit. I'm like a monkey inside of a spaceship just banging on things until something turns on and starts flashing.
Don't press the red button.
Don't press the red button.
The smooth, shiny button. The jolly, candy-like button.
Yeah. Dude, so have you guys watched that new Mike Myers show that's on Netflix?
There's a Mike Myers show?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't say I know about that.
It's called like the Penn Tavern or something like that.
I never heard of that.
Dude, so here's the setup. All right. So it's old school Austin Powers style Mike Myers, where he plays like fucking 20 characters in the movie. or in the it's a show. It's like a series, and it's based around this Canadian reporter who's this old Canadian dude, and he's burnt out. He's not a good investigative journalist anymore in the eyes of the studio or whatever, or the station. So he's trying to find this story to break his career and bring himself back. And he runs into this conspiracy theory dude at this convention who's like, you got to look into this group. And it's all these moguls who are like the Freemasons or whatever, this secret society. And he's trying to penetrate that group. And it is just like schlong joke after schlong joke and like fart joke. And just like, it is back to him doing shit that's like actually funny. You know, The Cat in the Hat was a fucking disaster, dude. It was a horror film. That movie was so bad. But this show was actually pretty good. Like, I thought it was funny as fuck at certain places. Of course, it does not take itself seriously, like, fucking ever. But I think you guys would enjoy it if you gave it a shot.
I'll check it out.
I'm surprised Mike Myers is still getting work.
Well,
I think like, this is his return, right? Like, of doing his own thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he did Love Guru, and everyone said this is fucking dog shit, and he went yeah, and then he fucked off for a couple of years.
I actually kind of liked the Love Guru when I saw it. It was not certain parts, but like for the most part, it wasn't too terrible a film. I watched it when I was like 11 or something.
It was a straight to DVD movie, you know.
Yeah.
But I've from things that I've read, people didn't really enjoy working with him very much. So as soon as something wasn't a banger, they had an excuse to push him out, kind of thing. Because I mean, I've heard from different sources on the internet that this guy was like a bit of an ego guy, and he even tried to have Garth taken out of Wayne's World, so it would just be him in the movie Wayne's World and shit. Like, there's stories about it being difficult to work with the guy.
There's a lot of stories like that about a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's stories, you know. There's no how the fuck do you validate this, you know, without some direct somebody being like, no, I was there kind of situation. But it just seems like whenever that happens and there's a way to just edge people out, they do. They do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder about that when it comes to a lot of these situations where, you know, somebody has a little bit of a falling from grace. Instead of it being a situation where people rally around them, it's usually an opportunity to take their spot.
Yeah, kind of dunk on them a little bit.
Yeah, dunk on them, dude. Especially if they were dunking. You know, it's like, I've got to dunk now. You were dunking, now I'm dunking. Because you just fell down. Oh, sorry, you had this tragic event in your life. I'm dunking.
Sorry, homie.
When the beat is going and it can't go on.
Yeah. Very, very interesting.
I've been listening to that fucking tragedy song by Bee Gees for like a whole 2 weeks now. Just
the Bee Gees go hard. The Who goes hard. Like, that time in music was really fucking crazy.
Yeah.
70s.
And I was trying to figure out the name of the song for a while because I originally heard it in PewDiePie's Postal 2 series from a while ago, and I didn't know what the hell the name of the song was. I recognized it was Bee Gees from Billy Gibbs' voice, but I didn't know what the fuck the name of the song was. And then recently I just found out the name was Tragedy, and like, oh shit.
Dude, the song Eminence Front from The Who. Have you guys ever listened to that one?
I haven't listened to much of The Who, honestly.
Oh.
I might know it, but I'm terrible with names.
Bro, you gotta listen to that song. Like, the lyrics smack. Obviously, the instrumentation is just top notch. But yeah, the 70s as a whole. But I mean, I can go back to every single generation and find music that is just unbelievably good. Just so good.
Yeah, that's people like to romanticize their own generation, the generation they grew up in, and they like the music from. But,
Yeah.
like, every generation had its good and its shit music or art in general. It's like, but 70s and 80s, I think, definitely had a lot. They were definitely like influencing a lot of different things.
Well, they had a lot of different influences, dude.
Yeah, that too.
What
Like,
blows my mind is shit like Buddy Holly and the Crickets, man. That's the shit that really, really blows my mind.
Oh yeah.
And Michael Jackson taking inspiration from Cab Calloway.
Yeah.
But yo, Buddy Holly was different because it was Buddy Holly and the Crickets. You know, all these other people were like, no, it's me. You know, I'm the one. And there were a lot of solo rock musicians, but Buddy Holly and the Crickets started out as an actual rock band. You know, they were all writing songs together. They were all jamming together. He was singing, playing guitar, but he had a full rock band behind him. And their chord progression and all that shit translates directly into punk rock music. You just speed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, that's some crazy shit because they took church music and turned it into that.
Yeah. No, same with like if you listen to a lot of Dave Grohl's work, like some of Nirvana stuff and a lot of the Foo Fighters stuff, a lot of that shit is just disco.
Yeah.
Like disco drum beats.
Dude, Chuck Berry, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Thomas.
Oh, sorry. I was about to say the one musician that I will always have the utmost respect for, not because of the music he played, but like just the way he lived and the good message he tried to spread. Stevie Ray Vaughan. That dude is just like, you hear him play this one song, "Life Without You" live. He just goes into about a 3-minute speech, just like telling people to just spread as much love as you can to people, and just like, just not take everything for granted and shit. I love watching live performances of his songs. It's just...
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan was a beast.
Yeah.
Prince was too, man. Prince was a fucking savage, dude. That's something that a lot of people don't know about him. It's just that, like, as a guitar player, he could stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Oh, yeah, he was insane.
Yeah,
Insanely
he was insane.
Talented.
And knew it. And you've had to have seen "My Guitar Gently Weeps," that fucking solo he did with Tom Petty and I can't remember who else was up there, but he just fucking went nuts.
Yeah,
and they were all just like, I can't do anything with that. It just is what it is, you know.
Ellen James just said he recently got into "Carry On My Wayward Son" from Kansas.
It's a fucking awesome song. You should listen to the Guar cover of that.
Yes, dude.
It's a very good cover. You know they're from Virginia, right? Guar?
Are they? Are they from Appalachia?
No, they're from about 6 hours north of here. 7 hours, 6-7 hours north of here. But very interesting place. They've got Guar Bar in downtown Richmond, Virginia, which is where they're from. Guar Bar, yeah. And they have the Guarbecue, which is this big barbecue metal show up there too.
Dude, can we have Nardwar interview Guar at the Guar Bar?
Nardwar interview Guar at the Guar Bar. Sounds like some shit. Sounds like a line Eminem would put in a song for no reason other than it rhymes.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He would play rock guitar while Nardwar interviewed Guar at the Guar Bar.
Hold on. Kelly Rappy's saying in the chat, y'all hear about the 2 terrorists that live stream on Twitch yesterday blowing crap up in New York?
I heard about a bunch of shit going down here recently. There's been like a bunch of shit going down in America, but
yeah, I was gonna say
this is America.
That.
This is the meme. That's cream.
No.
Go catch you slipping, though.
Tragedy is something that has become almost just You expect it to
Unfortunately
happen.
normalized.
Yeah, it's normalized to the point of, I mean, if we were to stay wrecked about all this shit constantly, we would not be doing anything.
Oh yeah.
Sucks that it would ever be this way, but it just seems to be the status quo that there's fucked up shit going on all the time, all over the world. And I hate the fact that there's so much tragedy in life. But when I am lucky and blessed enough to be able to, I'm just going to fucking focus on shit that's not that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do shit about that. And if I think about it too much, that's just going to devastate me, dude. Because that's horrifically tragic, There's a situation that's happened here locally, dude, where a lady that I know who's been really nice to me, has given me a lot of opportunities. Her son died. He was like, fucking, I don't know, like 10 maybe, in a car wreck. Like they had a car wreck just a few days ago. Her and her husband are okay. Her older son's pretty jacked up. Kid's gone.
Yeah.
So I can't focus on shit like that, dude, because life is really, really jacked up. So that's why situations like this, where we get to hang out and talk about random shit and just chill with the homies, man, that's fucking priceless.
Well, sorry to devastate you more, Chad, but speaking of random shit and tragedy, the Xbox streaming stick. Anybody hear about that?
Oh my god, dude.
I was waiting to bring that up. I was trying to find multiple opportunities. I was like, speaking of tragedy.
Why?
I don't know. I figured
why you do this? God damn it. So what do you want to say about it? You're the one that want to talk about this. You're thinking that we need to bring it up. What is there to say about this thing?
Well, it's a stick, a stream. That's something. But
you got.
What do you mean when you say stick?
Right.
It's
is this like a fire stick? Like,
is it like a
dongle,
like a USB stick, like a dongle, or is it like a fucking selfie stick or some shit? What is it?
They're trying to make like a Roku kind of thing, where you just like plug it into your TV and just like streams Game Pass stuff.
Oh, okay, like a PS Now type. Yeah.
Well,
it's basically so you don't have to buy a Series X, is what people are saying.
All right, so check this out. Check it out. I'm all about the idea that like I'm just going to have my apartment be like House Moving Castle. I want it to be able to float around, even maybe even go into space and just have like a dome that'll go over top of it, and I can just live in my house in outer space. Wouldn't that be cool? I can't do that right now. I don't have the ability to do that right now. It would be cool. I want that. But it's not happening right now.
Yeah.
That's what I say about that product. That would be great. Dude, you know what? I need a little filter that I can just like tape across my butt cheeks, and then all my farts will smell like cinnamon. Can't do it right now. Doesn't exist. You could get one of those dongles and plug it into your TV right now, and you would see a bogged down mess on your screen. That's what you would see. Unless you were locally streaming it from an Xbox, it would be trash.
Yeah, honestly.
Unfortunately, that's where that technology is at right now. So why, again, before I throw a chair across the fucking room, why are they doing this?
Money.
Don't hurt me.
I'm not mad at you, Thomas. You are just the messenger, my friend. You're bringing it to my attention that not only have they been pushing the service like it's fully functional, but now they're already announcing products for something that doesn't fucking work yet. Why are they doing this?
Corporations. I love it. Don't you
love
love
Captain Omni donated $5 to the stream.
What's that? Just remembered. A sword is a stick. Just really sharp. Very nice, Captain Omni. Dropping 5 on it. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And yes, that is some good wisdom. sword combat with like stick sword combat was a very big part of my life growing up in pretty much a national forest. You know, taping me and my buddies would get electrical tape, and we would tape the ends of sticks like different colors, like red and blue, and like fight them like they were lightsabers. And then like the tape would give the stick a little bit more ability to flex and not break and shit. Yeah.
I think I brought out this machete like every time we've done this podcast, just like have it out of nowhere.
I'm convinced that that's just like what you use to like butter your toast and slice your cheese off the block and
carve Thanksgiving turkey.
No, he just uses it for innocuous shit, just like shaving off his beard a little bit.
Yeah, it's a back scratcher.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for them.
Use it to get into my shoe.
Yeah. But yeah, like I feel like that time, that amount of imagination was just like, oh man, it was so great. Because Lord of the Rings had come out right around that time too. So running through the forest was just so relevant to my imagination too, you know, like my train of thought and what I'd seen on screen and all this shit. So I could like visualize the orcs, you know, just like battling with this fucking tree branch. Like it was a great setting and a great situation. Well, Captain Omni once again dropping $5 on it. He's blessing us this morning, y'all. Side note, he said, I'm getting into Armored Combat League. What? Give it 15 years and that's the football killer. I guarantee it. Armored Combat League. Time out. Is this some like gladiator shit with like knight armor? Like what kind of armor? Are you talking about mech suit armor?
I'm thinking it's more like a rugby thing or something where you just have like suits of armor and shit.
Yeah, I think it's just suits and armor and fucking swords and just battle it out.
Is it Master Chief armor?
Captain Omni. I mean, that's some real man shit right there. That's some chest hair for real. Like, you got barbed wire as chest hair. Razor sharp. I would put on that suit of armor and immediately fall forward or backward. My center of gravity. My legs, bro. My knees. Years, bro. Did y'all know I played football from the age of 7 all the way up until I was 19 without ever missing a year?
Damn.
My body is beat the fuck up, y'all. And pro wrestling and skateboarding. I've been a fucking crash test dummy. And you know what's even worse? I have no idea what challenge I'm going to do for Nikki's live stream tonight. When she live streams Resident Evil, when she screams, I have no idea what the challenge is going to be. But I do know this. The closer it gets to the time and the less I have to think about it, the options only get worse. Because it only is limited. I'm not doing that being boozled shit no more, y'all. I'm done, dude. I'm done. It made me sick, dude.
Yeah, you already did the drinking thing and the being boozled. Like,
yeah, I'm not doing alcohol. 8 shots was good enough for me, bro.
I was thinking maybe get like those wax strips and just like start waxing your arms and legs and shit.
Come on, Thomas.
Like 40-year-old version or something. Like,
come on, dude.
Shock collar. Shock collar.
40-year-old version? Come on.
Oh my god.
It's a good movie.
I did think about mouse traps.
Oh,
Captain Omni dropping another 5 on it. He's after it this morning, y'all. He said Armored Combat League is medieval battles, either 1-on-1 or in battalions. Are you fucking serious? In battalions? Using traditional knight combat strategy and techniques. Bro, you are outside of this world with that shit, man. That's crazy. And thank you again. Thank you for the $5 donation, bro. Greatly appreciate it.
So what you're saying, Omni, is it's like extreme war reenactments.
Good
It's
God, dude.
it's like a wall of death at a concert, except it's in medieval armor.
Yeah, like a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Bean Boozled is straight from hell. Cody says Bean Boozled is straight from hell. I didn't subject myself to that shit because I wanted to. I did it because I owe it to the people. Once I say I'm going to do some shit, it just happens, you know. I was thinking about doing mouse traps. And like having to sit on a mouse trap if Nikki screams.
I mean,
She
that's
said
not
no.
Too bad.
Warning Page Gaming with $1.
What?
Yep.
Here
saw
we
it right
go. Good
Y'all
morning.
motherfuckers just making it rain today. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I knew I should have brushed my teeth this morning. So I did. You know, it really fucks my coffee up, though. I do have that to say.
I got the teeth right here for you.
Oh, yeah. What are you saying? I'm a hillbilly, so I need some teeth.
You think I
By
need all
God.
this teeth, boy? I got plenty of tooth right here.
Well, I am excited about one aspect of something that's happening in the gaming industry. And I don't see many people talking about it, but I'm sure there are people talking about it. PlayStation seems to be flirting a whole lot and doing a lot of deals with Steam. There seem to be a lot of games that were PlayStation exclusive and that PlayStation helped develop that are popping up on Steam.
Yeah,
So-
like Bloodborne just got recently ported to Steam, I think.
I mean,
No, wait.
no, I don't think
No.
Bloodborne did it?
That no, that is like the one exclusive that Sony is still holding their dirty little claws on.
I read something about Bloodborne being on PC. Let me just look that up real quick.
Well, the argument that I heard, I was talking with Nate and Nick about this, and their argument was that with the success of Elden Ring, why the fuck would they not put that on Steam? Because people would eat that shit up.
Okay, so there's no official port for it, but there are people saying that it says it is possible to play Bloodborne on PC. It's on PS Now, which is available for game streaming on PC. So that's how you play it. But
Well, there's
as it is,
also
there's no
emulation,
official-
but
Yeah.
you know, that's not really true to playing the actual game. You'll run into some snags, obviously. But that's another question that I have about the fucking Persona franchise and the SMT games. Like, release all of those on everything. They keep putting out, like, Atlas keeps putting out these surveys. Like, well, would you guys like this here? Yes. The answer
Yes.
is always yes. You don't even have to fucking put out physical copies of anything. There's no production cost on your end. Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
When I brought up Bayonetta 2 last time, you all were making fun of me, but now you're talking about Persona, you fuckers.
Well, I mean, one game is superior to the other, so there's that.
Excuse me, sir.
I do really like Bayonetta.
I like Bayonetta
Yeah.
too. I'm just saying it's not as good as Persona in my opinion. Not 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Right, fair enough. But
One definitely. Fuck, I think we could videotape rocks banging together and sell that as a better game than Persona 1.
True.
So bad, and has some really not PC content in that game. That one's really fucked up. It really is.
Oh, you want to talk about not PC content? Want to talk about Persona 2?
No,
please,
I don't.
no, we're gonna get demonetized.
I do not. Yeah, there are some really, really good games that Atlas has just bottlenecked and kept out of game. Like, I just don't understand why the fuck you wouldn't put all those 3DS SMT games on the Switch. Why would you not do that? Like, fucking, they would make so much money if they did that, and they could probably have that done by the end of the month.
Yeah,
You know,
get get like those double package deals. Get like 4 and 4A in one fucking little thing.
Oh,
Boom. Sells
sell
like
it for
hotcakes.
$40. Yeah, $39.99.
Don't even have to do a physical version. Just put it on
No.
Switch.
Boom.
You got it.
You're not gonna like this one, Chad. Cuddly Rappy says every time Nikki screams, Chad chugs blended meat.
Oh my god, dude. That's like
Rappy,
some kind
why?
of medieval torture practice. Did Captain Omni message that to you on the side? Something he learned at his training?
Yeah. Are you in the Armored Combat League, Rappy?
That's like armored combat meat.
You in cahoots with Sir Mr. Man? I
I'm
couldn't think
not
of a
down
clever
with
name.
that. No matter what anybody tells you, I'm not guzzling meat on stream. Period. Let's see.
Different website,
She was
Chad.
paid a lot of money.
Yeah. Donation goes. The interesting aspect of the whole streaming thing that we were talking about is that I guarantee you that shit will be a thing pretty soon. Pretty soon. And even if people lose faith in it, once it does work, it'll be a huge thing, right? Because fuck, dude, I would never have had this Xbox Series X had Nate not bought it for me for my birthday last year. I mean, I still wouldn't be able to afford that fucking thing.
Oh,
To
yeah.
tell me that I can buy a fucking $100 dongle and now I can just have the ability to play games like that would be so nice. And to make your games that accessible is like the dream for developers.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, shit, dude. It's just like me not having to go to a major studio to live stream to the entire internet right now. It provides that for developers to have a tool like that. You know, they can just put their game out there and then there it fucking is. It's almost like making a major game like it's an app for a phone, you know, like that's amazing. And I know how fucking badass that shit is because I have been using Steam Link and the Xbox app to locally stream here recently a lot, like every day for a couple hours. And it is working like a dream. When you can do that shit instantly and cloud game anything on a catalog from a streaming service, dude,
Yeah.
I love physical games. I have probably 1,000 physical games in there, no doubt. This shit is awesome when it works.
Yeah.
So I'm
Exactly.
all about getting excited about it and stuff. So I don't want my attitude towards it earlier to make people think that I don't want that to be the case or I'm like physical only, because I know there's those physical purists out there. But when it is ready, this shit's gonna be fucking crazy, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Also, Raptor, we're not running a fucking fetish channel here. He just suggested, how about smashing eggs in your head? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
We're not.
We're not. Yeah, we're not.
We're not running a fetish channel? I'm in the wrong biz then.
Yeah.
Nobody says the newest system he owns is the 360.
The Xbox 360 and the PS3 were, I mean, those are still fucking jet engines in my opinion. Those things are beast. I've got a modded Fat Boy PS3 that I can put like it's able to run anything from PS1 to PS3, any region, anything. Have you guys ever heard of Resident Evil 1.5?
Yeah, you talked about that, where it's like that one thing where it had
Yeah.
that one chick in there, Elsa Walker, instead of Claire and Leon or whatever.
Yeah, they like almost completely developed the second Resident Evil and then started all the way from the start.
Yeah.
Maybe brought that up in one of your reactions one time. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like a JonTron reaction or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember which
probably.
it was.
I've got that shit in the living room, and I bought it thinking it was a legitimate game. I thought, oh, this is just some bonus like game I didn't know existed, but it does. And somebody created it. It was a fan made, and so I put it in that to be like, fuck, can anything I own play it? And sure enough, it was like, you know, fucking I'll boot anything, you know, like
Bring it on.
it's amazing. But yeah, dude, like that would be the most frustrating shit ever. Can you imagine being the lead on that project and doing all this fucking work and like Resident Evil 1 just slapped like a motherfucker? You know the sequel's about to be your fucking like I'm the man after this. I'm putting out Resident Evil 2. And then they're like, "Can you just change everything about this?"
You're like 95% done. It's like fuck.
Yeah. Dude,
And the thing too is
shit.
with the original Resident Evil order, Code Veronica was originally supposed to be Resident Evil 3 because it's continuing on with Claire's story trying to find her brother, but because of time constraints and whatnot, they needed another numbered game out there, so they just decided to go with Nemesis with Jill. And it's basically like how it's structured is, for anybody who doesn't know Resident Evil 3, it's structured before and after Resident Evil 2. It's like the first half's before Resident Evil 2 and the second half is after it.
Because why not?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Because why not? Resident Evil, like this, watching Nikki play through 7 has been so interesting to me because I'm like, this is so different, man. Like, this shit is just so out there. When Jack started drifting the car around the garage, I thought this is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. This is fucking hilarious. And I immediately went onto YouTube and I was like, I know this already exists. I put Tokyo Drift, and of course, somebody had synced the music from Tokyo Drift up with him going around the garage. I was crying, dude. Nikki's just looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, she's playing this game fucking terrified. I think it's hilarious.
The fucking Euro beat in the background.
Yeah, dude. Just what the fuck is going
fire.
on? Yeah. Or something.
I've just been in this place before. Higher on the street.
No. Ecstasy. Dun, 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 dun. You know, some of that old shit. But for me, like, I think Outlast was way scarier than this. Than Biohazard.
Yeah. At least the first one.
I just feel like it would probably be different in VR though. I'm not gonna lie. VR is a game changer, bro. It changes the whole situation.
Yeah.
Dude, I went into VR yesterday to do my homework because I have ADD, so distractions are everywhere for me.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing like having your shit just like laid out all in front of you. You know? And I can go into like VR chat and sit in the wild area in, you know, Sword and Shield Pokemon, and there's just like shit flying around and whatever. And I've got all my fucking monitors and shit set up. So my ADD brain is just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. But everything's still in front of me, so I don't forget what I'm doing. It's fucking amazing.
It's like that thing from Heavy Rain where the guy puts the headset on and it's just like in this different world and shit.
Yeah. It will get to the point where it's that uncanny valley is, you know, undeniably fucking with your head when you get into shit like that. It'll be a trip before too long, you know, because it already is pretty wild, but it'll be a trip before too long. And I'm looking forward to it, man, because there's nothing like, you know, especially I live in our apartment's pretty small. It's really cramped in here. And there's nothing like just sitting in fucking space, dude. Just like put that thing on and just like fucking chill. It really makes it easy to relax and shit. And watching movies on those things are really, really cool as well.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be way affordable in the next couple of years, too. You'll be able to pick one of those up for like $100.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, they just need to iron out a few of the kinks still. And then I think it'll be, like, I don't necessarily have a problem with them releasing it into the public like they did fucking a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have waited because when it released, there were a lot of like little fuck ups that you know are pretty standard and they could have ironed it out, but they just wanted to capitalize a little bit on the hype, which is, understandable, but I don't know.
Dude,
I'd rather
I'm feeling like where it's at right now. I really feel, it holds its own. Half-Life Alyx is a whole fucking situation, man. Like it really is a game changer. That shit is a great game. I actually figured out in the settings on Skyrim VR how to get rid of that blur that goes around the eyes, that like circle view when you move around and shit. I got rid of that. I've seen a couple more mods that I'm gonna try to add, which like make movement and being able to interact with things in the environment much more like Half-Life Alyx and shit.
Yeah.
There are things that communities have done for games. Like I can't, obviously the Skyrim community for modding is just, legendary. But for even, sword and sorcery and shit like that, like to take games that were pretty good for the VR and then just make them unbelievably good, it's crazy. So who knows how many like young developers there are working on this shit that are about to come up in the industry and just fucking blast that shit into the infinity and fucking beyond. Like gone. We're gonna be fucking with some cool shit here soon.
I'm gonna be in the chat is saying he's got his eyes on a Quest 2.
I've seen Quest 2s going for like 225, 215 on the Facebook market and other resale apps. So see if you can catch a deal on those things. I think 400 is way too much for one. I would get one for like 250 used or something. The only thing I worry about with buying used VR equipment is that it just is like really sweaty in the headband and shit. So definitely replace that. Clean that thing and replace it because the headband is gross. Dude, I remember, this is a funny story. When Nate first got his, he got Beat Saber and Super Hot. And Beat Saber was the one that Nick wanted to play really, really, really bad. But man, you work your ass off playing that game. Like you are flailing around everywhere. Dude, he was sweating like a motherfucker, and Nate didn't know it. And then he put it on and was just like, dude! He sweat on it because they're like foam, so it like soaked it up. It was saturated. He was like,
he puts it on, so you just hear the fucking.
Stain will never come out of your head.
He put it on. It was saturated with sweat, and he's like, dude, his sweat all in my VR.
All you hear is just the really subtle.
Yeah, well, they were down in the living room area, and it went like living room, and then there were some stairs that went up, and they had the streaming office and everything, and then it went up again, and the whole top floor was mine and Nikki's apartment. So we were just chilling up in the top, and I heard them down there. Oh, dude, what the fuck? I went down there to see what was going on. It was so funny. Oh, it was so funny. Those times at that house were fucking great, man. We had a really, really good time. Except for, I don't know, the global pandemic was weird. But everything else was pretty great.
Cringe. God, that's over.
We made a video that never got released. There was some back-end editing that never got finished, but it was just about like trying to collect retro Pokemon cards during the pandemic. It was really fucking funny. It was really, really funny. Like Nick was the local market and online dealer with damaged cards, and he was standing there with his jacket like, what can I do for you? And like the guy from Resident Evil 4.
What are you buying?
What are you buying? Yeah. And
what are you selling?
I'll buy it at a high price.
Not only will you need guts, Shit, one. Not only will you need cash, you'll need guts to buy that gun, stranger.
You fucked it up.
Yo. But how crazy was that situation? Thomas, you're a Pokemon TCG fan. How crazy was it to see shit go from like worthless to like a fortune almost overnight?
It's some shit.
Yeah. It was crazy, dude. I bought all kinds of shit when nobody cared, like before Pokemon Go even. I mean, I probably bought the bulk of my shit that's really, really good at the best possible time. Because it was right around 2012. Black and White was the game, you know, that was out at the time. And a lot of the people who had invested heavily in it in the past were just like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. It keeps getting weirder. You know, like they were just done with it, it seemed. And so I was able to get all kinds of stuff for practically nothing. So for me, it was a huge shock. Huge fucking shock. And I still can't track what happened. I still have no idea. You know, it just seemed to be something that people wanted to get back into all at the same time or something.
When saying in chat right now is that she says, I personally like to collect Pokemon cards more, but to actually use them in battles, I don't know where to start. I do enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh battles, and I prefer those.
Yo, fight me in Yu-Gi-Oh! I will destroy you.
Yeah. There's an actually pretty cool VR Yu-Gi-Oh duel thing. And it's much like VR chat. You have your avatar, you go around, you literally hold the cards and all that shit. It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's a big one. It's a big one.
Hell yeah.
Did any of you guys used to have those fucking, those toy Yu-Gi-Oh deck holder things like they have in the anime and shit?
What do they call them?
Yes, actually.
The dual disc?
Yeah, the dual
Yeah.
discs. They like wear on your wrist and shit. My brothers and I used to have those when we were younger.
Those things are like, I think they're like $100 or more now.
Are they?
They're
Something
really
like
expensive. Yeah, let me look it up. So are the Digivices, the Digimon Digivices. The D3 is the one that I think I had back in the day, and they're like fucking $300 or some shit.
Yu-Gi-Oh Battle Disc.
They're really expensive. Like all that nostalgic shit just got really expensive, dude. Like everything.
Not actual disc, you fucker. Oh yeah, $162. Jeez.
Yeah, dude. I told you.
Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden it's become like a trend basically to do this, but I have seen a lot of different examples of like people making a video on a game or like streaming a game, and then that video or stream being really fucking popular, and then all of a sudden a game like Wild Woody, which is the most stupid bullshit game on earth, goes from like $5 to 95 just because some YouTubers played it a couple episodes of it.
Yeah.
Oni plays. I love that series.
I fucking love
the same file.
I love that series. I love Oni and the boys, but they are the cause of a lot of games getting these high prices.
The rent
Not
too damn high.
Not just them though. It's a lot of different people.
Dude,
It's
Metal Jesus rocks.
Oh,
If he makes a video about a game and says that it's good and that it's rare, it's gonna go up in price. Before the pandemic, that man almost single-handedly controlled retro game prices. It was insane. And he would announce these physical releases, these limited physical releases of like Switch games and Vita games and shit, and you would just see him go, pew, just like way up. I'm like, dude, I love Metal Jesus Rocks though. That guy's
Yeah,
channel is great. If you love retro games and you have not subscribed to Metal Jesus, what are you doing actually? Not much.
exactly.
Albatrax89 in the chat. These investor types ruining our hobbies.
True.
I don't have a problem with investors. I do not have a problem with people who know that they're getting a game that is really expensive and they're paying a lot of money for it because they know in the future they can sell it for a whole lot of money. I have a
Yeah.
problem with people who go and bulk buy and jack up prices and control the market by just making sure that they go to every Goodwill, every retro game store, every flea market, every yard sale, and just buy everything and then put it right back into the market at double the price. That's
Yep.
what pisses me off. People who don't know the games, don't give a shit about the games. There's one game store in particular that I will never go to again because I asked the guy about his collection or what games he was into, and he said, I'm into collecting greenbacks. And I said, fuck this place. Because he told me it's all about the money for him. Everybody has to make a living. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making money. People donated to the stream today. You know what? That's great because this is my job now. This is what I do. You know, so like I appreciate that. I have to make money, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm only here for the money, bitches. You know, why would you be that? Well, I'm not. And if he really is, if he's surrounded by all this wonderful art, this fun, this imagination, this creativity, the energy that we have from games, there's a fellowship in it too, you know? I mean, it's a community. Then you can't buy into any of that? Who the fuck are you? There's something for everybody. Literally, that's the point. You know, like, yeah, so I was really turned off by that. And I've just seen people really rude and really obnoxious and really ignorant on the stuff and just trying to capitalize on the craze. That's disgusting, you know.
Yeah.
When you talk about like YouTube channels and such, because as we mentioned earlier, I have one, and I've been doing this shit since basically 2010 and whatnot. It'll be almost 12 years in July, and I have not gotten anywhere with it. Like, I've gotten a couple places, but not as far as I'd like to. But yeah, I'm still going, not because I want to make like money off of it or just like be the most famous guy on YouTube or whatever, because I've seen people like that through my time on YouTube, and it's just like, it's very exhausting to just focus on that one thing and then just nothing else, like not caring about your community or just not caring about other people that you connect with on an affiliate basis. Sorry about the Porky Pig there. But it's like, I want to make it on this website just to at least make one person's day better. I go by the Mel Blanc mentality. If I can make one person happy, that'd be payment enough for me. Like, I don't get the idea of like constantly just working just to have the money. Like, if you get the money, what the fuck are you gonna do with it? Just buy another used car or shit? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand that shit.
Get a new Lamborghini. Lamborghini.
Yeah, just wasting money on stupid shit. You could be putting that money towards something better for yourself.
Dude,
you know?
I
Or for other people.
have so much in my head that I want to make a reality, and one of the biggest barriers to that is money. You know,
Yeah.
I have so many projects, so many ideas, so many, like I could literally help so many people if I just had the ability to do that. You know, I know people who are so talented, who have all the potential in the world, but unfortunately, being a broke dude from the Appalachian Mountains of southwestern Virginia makes it difficult to get ahead in the entertainment industry in any way. You know, I have to think of the budget option for literally every aspect of every project I work on. I know people who have $10,000 to throw at their projects.
Yeah.
You know, and well, they work on Marvel films and shit like that, and I've been introduced to them through people who are also ahead of me in this race. But you see these people, and it's just like they have the ability to create without the burden of how or am I going to pull this off. They just have to imagine it.
Yeah.
Go tell the people who hold those keys to the pieces that they need to do what they want to do, and then hand them money, and they have it. And it's just not this, fuck, well, I have this idea, but how are we going to pull this off with what we have? You know what I mean? And I mean, there are people who have done incredible things without a budget at all, really. You know, I see it all the time, so it's not really an excuse. But damn, if I had the budget, you know, if I had the budget.
Also, fucking Ariel's in chat right now. She's like, you do what I do when I knock people down and steal their wallets. First, I put all the money in a small pool and swim it. Second, I usually give that money to my YouTube channels.
Yes. Hell
Goddamn
yeah.
Ariel.
Limitations force creativity, but a budget will help an awful fucking lot.
It helps. It helps because because the creative people that you need around a project to make it work are worth it.
Yeah.
You know,
money.
I hate people who bitch about paying talent, dude. I hate people who bitch about paying talent. And that's why I've been looking for editors, you know, because I really think that if we could get some highlight videos of our streams, that would be great, you know, and it would catch people up so they don't feel lost on the next stream or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've been getting, you know, people at $50. I'll do it, you know. And it's like, I'm not going to tell somebody who tells me that their time is worth $50 that they're wrong. I'm going to tell them that sounds like the wrong answer for me because I can't afford it. And if that's what you're worth, that's awesome. Whenever I can afford to pay you what you're worth, maybe I will then, but I can't now. Yeah, I know a lot of people when they get offers that are above what they want to pay, they'll be like, fuck that person. It's more like, screw that situation. That's what they're worth, you know, to themselves. And that's good that they think that. You know, a lot of people undervalue themselves.
Yeah, but a lot of people also overvalue themselves a lot.
Well, if they want to price themselves out of business, that's up to them too.
Yeah, that's very true. If you want to kill your own competition.
Well, I mean, that's a tactic, you know, if you're negotiating a situation for business and you have decided that the job that you're negotiating is not worth your time, you may very well present a price that is so outrageous, the person will just say, nope, I'm not doing business with you because that's way too expensive for me. And at that point you win because you don't have to be the one to tell them you don't want to do business with them. You're just too expensive for them. And at that point, you're done without any real problem.
Ariel also in the chat is saying, so Chad is Aragorn, Thomas is Gimli, and Innopolis is Legolas or Boromir.
Or Boromir.
I'll take Legolas, thank you.
Yeah, Boromir turned out to be the man in the end, you know.
And also, I'm too tall to be Gimli, and I don't have the proper beard for it right now.
Yeah, I always nearly cry with the Gandalf situation and Boromir, and when Sam almost drowns. Dude, Samwise Gamgee is like the most beautiful character in all of the Lord of the Rings. You know, that's the perfect friend, dude.
Yeah. But going back to compilations you were talking about, I have one in the chat right now that I did for free. They didn't ask me to do it, but I just did it out of nowhere, of Nikki's Gamer Journey.
That's God.
First one I did. Yeah, when you guys did that multi-game stream and whatnot.
Jesus
that one I did,
Christ.
What was it, like 5 months ago?
That was when she was playing Arkham City, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just kept dolphin diving around
She
the guys.
needs
Like,
she was not dolphin diving, all right. Anyway, there is a 100% chance, I think, that she would do better at that game now. Now that she's been playing Resident Evil, she's been playing some other games. She's been playing a little GTA. She should be able to do better on Arkham City, I believe now. Because that game, is not that hard.
It really isn't.
No. Resident Evil, I would say, is much harder.
Yeah. Here's bet, man. Point stick at enemy, mash button.
Mash button, yeah. Pretty much. But anyway, I think we've been going on for a while now. I'm good to end the stream if you guys are. You got anything else you want to get off your chest this evening?
I love you, and I miss you. And
God damn it.
No, I'm good.
Thomas, you gonna plug anything? Subscribe to Thomas's channel. Support the man. 67 subscribers is not near enough for a man as talented and as nice and as awesome as Thomas. So show the man some love, y'all. Go subscribe to his channel.
Get him to 69 minimum, god damn it.
Check out that compilation in the chat, because I'm sure it's on his channel, and then you can subscribe there as you're watching the video. It would be great.
Yeah.
Also, here's a message: just stay in school. Don't do drugs.
Don't do anything. Don't move. Calm down.
Stay there.
Everything.
Believe in the shark teeth. Damn it! Just shut up.
They can't see you if you don't move.
Yep. Anyway,
Don't step on the white ones.
that's going to do it. How the heck are you? Podcast number 3 in the bag. Congratulations, gentlemen. We've done it.
Woo!
Everybody give yourself a round of applause. Appreciate everybody that donated. Y'all are the shit. Captain Omni, Warning Page Gaming, everybody in the chat. We love you, and we will see you this evening when Nikki continues to play Resident Evil 7 and I suffer the consequences of her terror.
It'll be fun.